truth. Really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told. Only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the real deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready. Keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know. Truth be told. Let's go.
Welcome back to another edition of Truth Be Told. I'm your host, Real Deal, and I got my boy, the God Barber, and also my girl Desiree hanging out with us tonight. Hey, you know, it's one of them times of the year as we get closer to, Thanksgiving and Christmas and the holiday spirit. You know, I'm starting to feel a little, I'm not watching Christmas stories like most people do, but I'm starting to get in the spirit just a little bit, I feel good today, man. I just feel good, man. Hey, listen, man. While I'm feeling good, make sure you guys go and hit that button, subscribe to our channel, and also hit that button, man. Most of you guys been missing out on the notification. Make sure you hit that button as well. T Green, man. God, Bob, what's going on?
I'm good, man. We here. We back again. Finna be a good show. You say you in the spirit, real?
I'm in the spirit, baby.
You in the Thanksgiving spirit? You say you in the Christmas spirit?
Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, all that stuff just kind of bog itself in one little month to me.
So like when you was growing up, did you watch Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on TV?
Oh, the good story. Yeah.
Good one?
Yeah, one with the snowman.
Frosty the Snowman?
Yeah. One melt every year. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you had to watch them, boy. You hear me, boy?
Those classics.
I'm talking about,
You know what I'm
they
saying?
come on every year. You already know what's going to happen, but you got to watch.
You got to watch it. You know what I'm saying? They look kind of crazy now.
Oh, yeah. Yes, they do,
To watch it back right
boy,
now, it
yes.
look kind of crazy. But back
Oh,
then,
man.
boy, you didn't see none of that.
Boy, you had to watch it, boy.
I mean, that junk look real. You know what I'm saying? Now that junk look like got the robots out there,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Desiree?
Mm-hmm. Tis the season.
Tis the season. Okay.
Tis the season.
Tis the season to be jolly.
You getting in the spirit?
I'm always in the spirit.
All year round?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you get to a certain age, real, man, you have to be happy to be here.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, when we was young, we waiting.
Christmas is
waiting,
my
man.
favorite season of the year, so it's a year-round thing for me. I watch a Christmas movie every day.
All right.
I just wish my mom would have told me the truth when I was young about Santa Claus.
Hey.
You couldn't do that, Green.
Yeah, she
They-
should
they
have,
could-
man,
they
because I grew up in the project,
Hey.
Rogers Project.
Hey, somebody kid might be watching this. Don't go any
See that?
I don't want to spoil. Golly. See, that's the problem right there.
There we go. There we
You
go.
need to start telling the truth to these kids, man.
Truth be told.
Yeah, man. I can tell a little bit, though. I grew up in the project, Rogers Project.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the man to come down the chimney.
Yeah.
What
Because that's
chimney?
all I seen on TV.
Yeah.
Santa Claus coming down the chimney.
Yeah.
I ain't have sense enough to know, man. I ain't had no damn chimney in the project, man. Like, dang, he coming down the chimney, man. We ain't got no chimney.
Yeah. That's just an idea.
Yeah, man.
He came in through
My
the
mom
window.
ain't do me right, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You used to leave the milk and cookies out for Santa Claus?
No, we didn't do that.
No.
No, we didn't do that. No, we were too poor to be talking about leaving out some food for somebody.
Yeah. That's all right.
Yeah, man.
Sometimes, back in the day, too, growing up in the project, they were leaving the food out for Santa. They probably leaving the food out for their man, though.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, boy.
You know what I'm saying? They probably leaving food out for him.
Oh, look here.
Huh?
Talking about your mama boyfriend?
Okay. Hey, we gonna go on, man. Let's go and get into the show, man. Tonight, man, we gotta go, man.
Yeah. Because this holiday finna turn to a nightmare, boy. We can get off this right here, boy.
I was going to say green onion.
Yeah, boy, I'm about to go back into the days, boy. My mama boyfriend, I'm like, leave a cookie for his ass? Shoot. Cookie?
No, she didn't leave no cookies. She left a whole meal. A whole meal.
Oh, no, man. Oh, no, Mom could have been the cookie.
Man,
Well.
what would?
All right, man. Listen, man. Let's get to our guest, man. Hey, we got a special one right now, man. Actually, this guy, it's kind of dear to our heart because, he helped Truth Be Told out in the very inception of it.
Yes,
you know what I'm
sir.
saying? When it was a birth.
Yes, sir.
My boy came through and really did his thing and really showed us the ropes of how to do certain things on camera, off camera, what equipment to use and so forth. So it's a pleasure to have him here, man. He is born and raised, I believe, right here on the east side of town in B-Town, brother. From the military, went to the military for a little bit. Was in the services, I believe, the Army branch. He has worked in various different places. When he traveled the globe, I believe he had the privilege of doing some stuff in the White House. Also working with some other professions in different arenas and stuff like that. Business owner, has his own company right now. He's a photographer, a husband, proud alumni of Southeast High School. One of the things I can always say about this brother, this boy has some opinions. If you follow him on Facebook or Instagram, YouTube, I don't know what platform.
Yes,
I just know if there's a platform, there's an opinion to be made. So, man, I believe he has a couple siblings that you grew up with, and the family very well known in this area, man. I'm just proud to say, welcome back, man, to the show. The one and only man, the Jersey man.
Yes, sir, boy.
Mr. Ricky Bowden is in the building.
Rick in the house, baby. Rick in the house. Yes, sir.
Rick, man, what's going on, baby? You looking good, too, baby.
I'm doing well, man. I can't complain.
Man, you got a throwback on.
Boy, I'm talking about, boy, that boy making me feel good, man.
Huh?
He making me feel good.
Why?
Boy, that boy got Clifford Rozier throwback Louisville jersey on, man.
Where you get that from, actually?
Yeah, hey, that's it. I had to search far and wide, but I got it. I got it off eBay.
Y'all eBay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about number 44, baby.
Yeah.
Louisville.
Yeah. And the thing is, we asked him about, hey, man, Clifford name on the back, but my boy said, no, back then,
Yeah, they ain't had a name
they
on the
have a
back.
name on the back. You just got to go 4-4, baby.
Yeah.
4-4, boy.
Coach Crum.
Yeah, then the Crum. Then the
Okay,
Crum,
yeah,
man.
yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
sir, boy.
So Rick, man, so let's talk about you, right? Went to Southeast High School. Proud graduate of Southeast High School, right? Your family is a very well-known family in this community, from your pops down to your brothers and kids, nephews, and people like that. Tell us a little bit about kind of how the family dynamics in your house was.
The family dynamic. I'm the baby of the bunch. I was my mom and dad's last child. And growing up, with the brother like I had, like my big brother Wayman. Everybody knows Southeast legend. Should be in the Hall of Fame, but that's another story. And my middle brother Mike, which I didn't think as many people know him as they do, but he works with the sheriff's department and he went to Southeast as well and then graduated in the mid-90s. But being, just watching them, man, I was always the kid that got on their nerves, running around, and they used to always have to slap me up and beat me up and do things like that. But just being able to watch, two of my brothers grow up, it gave me kind of what I need to do. And growing up, watching them go to Southeast, and I was like, man, I can't wait till I get there.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean? And so that's how it was back then. You know what I mean? When I'm Kingston all day. We grew up in Kingston. We didn't always live in Kingston. Actually, I'm gonna go back. When I was young, we lived in Avondale. And when I was in the kindergarten, we lived in Avondale apartments. So it was always East Side. And then I guess my dad found something else. We moved to the West Side, and my brother still went to Southeast. It's a big story about this. He went to Southeast while we were still living on the West Side. Somebody saw that he was living over there, and back then they can go tell on you.
Yeah, boy.
So they went and told, and he had to end up going to Bayshore. So, and the funny thing about it is, he gets home from his last day at Southeast, and there's a Bayshore jersey on the gate.
No.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
there's a Bayshore jersey on the gate.
Wait. Somebody go sabotage this situation.
Yes, sir, now.
Wait, so basically, he goes Southeast. Last day there, because apparently somebody don't say something.
Yep.
And to me, that would mean whoever may have said something, they had some inside scoop. Let's go ahead and put this welcome to the real home. Your room now.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So did your brother go to Bayshore?
He went to Bayshore. So my brother started he didn't start, but he made varsity as a freshman. And if you know, in the 80s to do that, it's crazy.
Boy.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
I mean, you had to be a dog to make varsity as a freshman.
Yeah.
And he got a lot of playing time. They knew he was a great athlete. And once they found out we was living on the west side, it was like, oh, they was licking their chops. So, you know, he ended up, again, somebody told he ended up going to Bayshore. So his sophomore season, he went to Bayshore.
Wow.
And he went to Bayshore and he played everything under the sun.
Yeah.
I mean, he never came off the field. He was the linebacker. He played kicker, punter. He ran the ball. He did everything. I mean, they used them they used him up so they couldn't use him no more.
Yeah.
And funny story is, I'm a little kid back then. I mean, I think I was in the 2nd grade, and he used to have me out there catching punts. I mean, my brother booting it,
Yeah.
and I'm a little kid out there trying to catch these punts, and because we had a pretty sizable yard.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he did everything that year, and my dad was like, "Yeah, we got to get up out of here." So that's when we moved to Kingston. They bought a house in Kingston. Actually, it was Tom Washington's old house.
Yep.
We bought their house,
Yep.
and we moved to Kingston, and then he was back at Southeast for his junior and senior year.
Wow. That's a story. I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Green. You know
Wait a
what I'm
minute. Yeah, I know. I lived the story.
saying? Okay.
Right there with him.
Okay.
the East.
So did you have, like, when it came down to you playing sports, what was your journey in sport? Did you?
Well, for me, I love sports, and I still do. And for me, having that type of athlete in your family, you know, when I went to Southeast, bro, it was just, you know, it was non-negotiable. Like, I got to play football. I'm a Bowden. You got to play football. So I played Broncos. I played 1 year for the Eagles. God knows why. My brother signed me up and sent me on that kill mission. But when I got to Southeast, I had to play football. Of course, I went from 93 through 97, the golden years. So when I got there, I played freshman football. I was a small kid. I mean, I was 125, 128 or whatever I was. Sophomore year, played JV. I started when I played. I never sat down. But when it came to that valley decision for me to go to varsity, going into my junior year, I kind of came into my own person and my mindset changed. So what ended up happening is, because at that point, I had a gift to sing, so I started singing. I was in a singing group called Praise and Worship. But before I was in that group, my 8th grade year, I was in a group at Southeast called Natural High. I don't know if y'all remember them.
Natural.
It was Kevin Washington. It was Trey Saltis, Rip Trey. He passed some years ago. Joe Yon, Rip Joe. Amp Wilcox. My cousin Hedo, Teddy Gibbs.
Okay, Teddy Gibbs.
And me.
And y'all had a group.
And
We
we had a
Kevin
singing
Washington, the
Yes,
pastor.
yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
Kevin. Okay,
Yes.
okay. And
So-
it was called what?
Natural High.
That was way after me then, because I ain't heard.
Well, yeah, they graduated in 93.
Yeah, I came at 89. I don't know.
Yeah, you was up the road.
Yeah.
So I was in the 8th grade singing with seniors in high school.
Okay.
So that kind of changed my perspective on sports. And I mean, I'm the type of person that I'm a realist. Like, I looked at myself, I'm like, I'm 137 pounds at that point. I'm like, they got me playing outside linebacker because my name Bowden.
Yeah.
I was like, bro, I ain't gaining no weight. Like, football ain't gonna be my thing. It ain't gonna be it for me.
Yeah.
Right.
So I made it, and plus at that time I wanted to work. I was like, I'm gonna get me a job. I'm making money. I'm like, I'm good. So I stopped playing football after my sophomore year, and of course, we went back to back. So I mean, you can't. Hey, it was very few roster spots. So, I made an executive decision. Hey, I ain't finna get on the field with them cats, man. But. Needless to say, I was still a big fan. I was at every game. I don't think I missed a game my years in high school. I was at every single game, road and all. But that's when I kind of made a decision, and I was in the singing group. And we was in that I was in the singing group from my 8th grade year. Then we switched to gospel, where then it was myself. It was still Kevin Washington, still my cousin Teddy Hedo, and then it was DJ Dunbar, and it was Stobie. Charles Taylor, two out of the 3 of, I think, and Pastor D. Pastor Dion was in the group as well.
Okay.
So all 3 of them are pastors now, but they were in a group. So we started that group back in like 92.
So y'all was singing what? Gospel
Music.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
So we started it. We started in 92, but we still kind of had Natural High on the side, but then we just moved full time into the gospel group, and we did that for the next probably 15 years.
So y'all
after
was
that.
singing in
Singing?
churches? Y'all was singing in
Yeah,
churches?
we was going around different churches all over Florida.
So
Who came up with Natural High? Who came up with that name?
Natural High, I don't know. They did that. They were in high school. I was in middle school, so but they knew I could sing, and they brought me in the group. So they already had that name. I want to say it was Trey, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Because Trey went on the same background for Jodeci. I don't know if y'all knew that, but he went on the same background.
Trey,
for
I know
Jodeci.
Trey.
Yeah, he was light skinned. He had moved from California, and he came here to go to school.
Trey, okay.
Moved with his grandma, Miss what's his grandma name? She went to Mount Raymond for a lot of years. I can't think of her name right now. It's on the tip of my tongue, but
But
yeah.
background singing for Jodeci, huh?
Yeah, he did that. He was on Arsenio Hall show. I remember staying up to watch it to see him.
Yeah.
Yep.
wow.
But Jodeci wasn't singing on gospel though.
See at that Trey went in our gospel group.
Oh, okay,
yeah, Trey
okay.
Was, yeah, no, he.
Oh,
went in our
okay,
gospel.
okay.
Yeah.
That was it. But that boy.
So talk to us about, because you say you had, you hit the point where, you made a conscious decision that, maybe sports may not be my lane, but you chose to take a different avenue. And one of those avenues ultimately was to go into the military.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what made you and how? Because, me, military, the first thing I'm thinking, bro, I ain't going to war.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, kind of, how did you come to that and say, okay, this is the route I want to take?
Okay, so that was later in life. So when I graduated, I went to MCC. At the time, that's what it was called. Went there just because I just thought that's what you're supposed to do. I didn't really want to go to no school. I'm not gonna be honest. I really want to go to no school.
Yeah.
So I was there taking all these college prep courses. Wasn't getting no type of credits. I was like, screw this. I don't want to do this. I'm just gonna work full time and be good. So in '99, I actually got a job with the school board. Okay. So I started working at Orange Ridge. I was working with the baddest kids in the school, SED, the baddest ones.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the jobs I always had. I worked with the baddest kids. And then I worked there for one school year, and then I transferred over to Johnson, Louise Johnson, in 2000. And I worked there for Miss McDonald, and I was the ESC, what they call it, timeout, what they call it.
Yeah.
So I had the ESC kids in timeout.
Yeah.
So they're not regular timeout. That's a different ball.
But a whole different ball.
No, that's a little bit different.
Yeah.
ESE kids, y'all go right.
Yeah.
Red kid go left. That
Yeah,
time,
boy.
They went to Coach Ricky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
All right.
boy.
Okay.
See, I worked there, and I was so young. I think I might have been 20 years old. I looked like I went to the school.
Yeah.
So I worked there for a while. That was in 20. I want to say it was 2000. It was 2000, 129. It was 2000. And then I got married in 01. Realized, hey, this little school board check ain't gonna do it. I got a wife now, so I gotta stop. So what I did with it was I started working at True Green Chemlawn.
Okay.
I worked there for like 2
Okay.
years,
Okay.
spraying lawns, doing chemicals and stuff like that. Hated the job, but I had to do what I had to do. That's just how I was raised.
Yeah.
That's how I seen my daddy do it. So I was like, I got to go do what I got to do. Worked there for 2 years, and then I ended up going to work for a group home. It was a substance abuse center for teens down in Sarasota. Okay. I actually got hired by Bernard Holloway. He hired me. He was the guy down there.
Okay.
He hired me. I worked there for a while, and then I ended up leaving because same thing. I just felt like I wanted enough money, so I kept trying to chase the money, trying to make more money. I went and worked for this alarm company where you go, before the houses are built all the way, you go in and lay all the wires. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I did that, and I wasn't good at it. I was too slow. And you got to make money in that, you got to be fast because it's piecework.
Oh, okay.
So I was too slow. I mean, I'm on yards, I'm on houses all day, 2 days. So that wasn't my thing either. So I ended up leaving there because they give you a grace period. So I knew the grace period was up, so I quit so they didn't fire me because I knew they probably was going to end up firing me because I just wasn't fast enough. Right. So I quit that job, and then I ended up going to 13th Ave.
Oh, okay.
So I worked there 13th Ave. That's the 13th Ave connection. I ended up there. Pat done brought me on, and I worked there for a little bit, and then I went back to the school board in 2004. Okay. And I was at the school board from 2004 until I left for the military in 2010. So I wasn't a young kid when I left.
Okay.
I entered the military. I was 31 years old.
And you was married.
Oh.
Yeah, and I was married with 2 kids.
So what's the age limit that you?
So the age limit for the Army, I want to say it's 42.
So you can enlist.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh.
Now I don't know if things have
that's
changed,
not-
but I think it's 42.
And that's not necessarily a common thing to do, is it?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
There was a 42-year-old guy in. Actually, he slept in the bunk under me, and basically
yeah?
he was 42 years old.
So basically, you were just trying to find your way.
Right. I was trying to
You were
find my
chasing,
way.
you were chasing money, really. It sounded like you were chasing money.
Well, not
trying
necessarily
to get
money, but just trying to find a career.
Yeah.
Because I knew that I had a lot of talents and different things. Like I started discovering I can do graphics and,
Yeah.
I was doing video and pictures and stuff before I actually, was formally trained.
Yeah.
So I knew I had it, but I needed something to legitimize my talents because
Yeah.
you just can't go out there and you get no job by just something you doing as a hobby. So I was looking to legitimize what I was doing, and I wanted to really be formally trained. So the way that happened was, for me, the military wasn't something that I was thinking. I was actually taking my nephew, Chris Bowden. He played at Southeast.
yeah.
I was taking him to his appointments because he had joined the military.
Okay.
So he was going, they did little training sessions and stuff. So I was taking him.
Okay.
And instead of going home and coming back, I just sat in there one day and his recruiter was in there. So I was just, shooting the breeze, talking to the recruiter back and forth and just asking him questions. And the more and more I was asking him questions, it started sounding better and better. I was like, man, I started thinking about it. I was like, man,
Yeah.
this might be a good look. But the only thing that made me really not take it serious is because I was like, man, my wife ain't gonna want to get up and move and all her family here and stuff like that. I was like, I don't think she gonna want to do it. Man, I went to her. She said, do it.
Said do it.
That's all I need to hear. Once she said do it,
Yeah.
then it was over. Then I went, did all my stuff. Just like that, I was going
Now,
getting
you
ready
did
to go.
how many years you did in the service?
I did 9 years.
did 9 years.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you was in the service, what you took up, what you learned? You learned more about.
So when I was in the service, initially I went in to be a combat medic.
Okay.
They call it healthcare specialist.
Okay.
So that's how they tricked me. When they got me to MEPS, which is where you go in process, they said, hey, first they were trying to get me like cook and all that, and I knew those jobs was terrible. Like you don't never be off that. They work every day.
Yeah.
Holidays, everything. They don't never get no day off. So I was like, nah, I don't want to do no cook. That's not what I want to do. Blah, blah, blah. And at first I had got to the point where I was like, man, I got to get out of here. So I almost took it, but my recruiter was like, nah, I ain't letting you do that.
Right.
We'll come back another day.
Okay.
So when we came back, they was like, well, we have this healthcare specialist job. Basically all you're going to do is you might be working in a hospital and blah, 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 this, that, and the third. So that's kind of what they told me. So I was like, yeah, that sounds good. I'll just take that, get in and start over. Man, they got me in that junk. Man, I got the AIT, and the first thing they did, they showed us this video. Doggone cars getting, what they are, Humvees getting blown up, and people running out there doing treatment, and people's arms falling off and all that. It was like, I know they told you you're gonna work in the hospital, but they lied. You gonna be on the front line. You gonna be going here, man. I was like, what? I was like, what the heck? They ain't telling me this.
Right.
Man, if you a combat medic, bro, you on the front line.
Oh,
And
my
they gonna
God.
protect you now because you got to save everybody.
Yeah.
So when people getting shot and everything else, you got to go do that. You got to go save them. So
Man.
they told me that, junk. I was like, man, this is crazy. I'm sitting in the back of the room like, bro, they done got me, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, this ain't what they told me I was gonna be doing.
You can't book it? Like you can't.
Man,
you
so
can't-
long story short, they teach us the first thing you do is you get certified as an EMT. EMT certification is 6 months long in the civilian world. 3 weeks. That book was this thick.
Oh.
I ain't never did a health thing in my life. I ain't know none of them terms, what they was talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm flipping. So you had to decide at night. Either you going to study or go to sleep. Which one you going to do? Because if you go to sleep, you're going to fail. But if you study, you still might fail because you're going to be tired and trying to take the test.
Yeah.
But it was intense, and I couldn't pass. I couldn't pass it. So
Dang, boy.
I got on the list of retention. They used to keep us out there and try to study with us and stuff like that. And one of the first sergeants was like, well, guys, if you don't make it here, it's not the end of the road for you. We'll just reclass you and give you another job. I was like, what? Well, he told me that.
Yeah.
That's the next 3 tests.
Yeah.
Abracadabra, boy. We going abracadabra, boy, all the way down, boy. Abracadabra, we got to get out of here.
Chris treat that thing.
Yes, sir.
That was the abracadabra.
Yes,
that's
sir.
what y'all call
Yeah,
it.
ABC.
Abracadabra.
ABC. Abracadabra.
Yes, sir. So
Oh man.
So I did that, and I ended up failing out of the course. So they run the stuff you got from MEPS, all your thing. Because I had a pretty decent ASVAB score. They ran it again and some more jobs, so they let you pick other jobs. Now, usually, that's how I know God was working in my favor, because usually you go to the needs of the Army, and it's the worst job. You might go infantry if you, hey, if that's where they need you at.
Right.
But God, the favor was on me. So I picked my job, and I picked the job that I ended up doing and a few other jobs. And so the combat documentation production specialist, which is basically a combat photographer. That job was on my list. I picked that job. And one of the ladies that was once you fill out a course, you go to another battalion, which is just like for transition, like when you're getting ready to go somewhere else, or you're getting kicked out or whatever. It was called Hotel Company. And the lady, I guess she just saw, like, I did a logo for the hotel company because they didn't have no logo. And she was like, man, you got talent. She was like, I'm gonna make sure that you do what you need to do because you got too much talent to whatever the case may be. So she made sure that the job that I picked, that it got pushed through. And she did that for me, and I appreciate her to this day because once I did that, other people was like, man, you got that good job, man. I'm finna fail. And they did it, but
Oh, Lord.
but guess what? They ain't get the same stuff. They was going to infantry and generator repair, and see, you can't. It was just for me.
Right.
It wasn't. It was for me.
Right.
Yeah.
So we did that. I did that. I ended up leaving San Antonio, went to Maryland, and the rest is history. I went to school there, passed the classes, and then my first duty station went to Fort Bragg, and that's where I made my mark as a photographer in the military. Was at Fort Bragg, because I tell this story because it's important. Like I got there, and the first sergeant that was in charge, he just didn't like me for whatever reason. He didn't like me. He said, you're going to fail. He said, you're going to end up getting kicked out because he just labeled me because I was a reclass. And that just fueled me for some reason. That just fueled me. And I made certain that I was going to be the best photographer in this darn company because he telling me that I can't do something.
Right.
So when he told me that, I just turned it up. I just turned it up a notch, and I ended up winning Photographer of the Year in that company. I ended up going to Germany for my second duty station, which that doesn't happen for a person. I ended up calling up my rep. So each job you have a rep when you get ready to try to get new orders to go to different jobs or different duty stations. And everybody told me you're a lower enlisted. They're not going to listen to you. They're going to send you where they want to send you. But for me being older, I never listen to what somebody tell me. I'm gonna call. She's just going to tell me she ain't gonna listen.
Right.
So I called her, and the first thing she said is, "Where you want to go?"
Wow.
That's the first thing she said. Where you want to go? And where I wanted to go was back to Maryland. She said, "No, you can go there anytime. I'm sending you to Germany." So she knew what was better for me than I did for myself because I wanted to go back to Maryland because that's what I was used to and I was familiar with it. But she sent me to Germany. I went to AFN, working for a TV station. Learned so much stuff there, man. And then when I left there, I left there in a crazy way. I was by name requested by the Pentagon to come and work at the Pentagon. So they requested me to come there.
Who requested?
Yeah,
Do you know who?
Yeah, so here's go back to the Fort Bragg connection. He was a E7. He was a sergeant first class at Fort Bragg, and he remembered me from Bragg and what I did. So at that time, I had just got my E5. I had just become a sergeant, and he needed E5s up there. And he saw my name on there, and he remembered me from Bragg, and that's how I got there. And I was at the Pentagon.
Wow.
So,
Man, that's crazy.
So being at the Pentagon, it was so many things that I seen there. Like I worked for presidents, both 45 and 46. I've seen so many things and things that I never thought I would, places that I never thought I would be. I was one night at the after I did a shoot at the White House. I was standing at the door on the east wing, and I was just standing there waiting because my ride was the guy. You know those guys that post up, the soldiers that post up.
Yeah.
I was riding back with them. That's the honor guard.
Okay.
So I was waiting on them because they had to wait until the guests left.
Okay.
So I'm just standing there waiting for them, and walks out the door, Michelle Obama.
Right there.
Right there. I'm here. They walked right here. They greeted the people and came right by me, right there. They was like right from me to you. Well, even closer than that. They came out the door. So I was like, I wasn't even expecting it. Kind of caught me off guard. But they came there. And then one Veterans Day, I covered. They do this thing at the cemetery at Arlington. And I was the one to cover President Obama when he came out. So as soon as his car came up, I was there. I had to have a special pin on my suit to show that I can be that close. Because if you ain't got that, you can't be that close. So just being able to be that close, I've got portraits and different things of him, as well as I did the inauguration of Trump the first time. However you feel about it, that's still a pretty cool thing to be able to do a presidential inauguration. So I was there, and I was able to experience that and do that. And a lot of my photos went everywhere from that. So and then I ended up interning for the Redskins, now the Commanders, for 3 years while I was up there as well. So that's how I got into that sport. Well, I was doing sports stuff before, but that's how I really got into the pro stuff. Working for the Commanders for 3 years.
You know what's so unique? Like like we always talk about, like I always talk about real plan A and plan B. This wasn't even in the plan.
Right.
You know, his plan A was just trying to figure himself out throughout his life. And that's why I always tell kids, Rick, in the shop, I tell kids, just work hard at plan A. If plan A don't work, plan B come out of nowhere. But a lot of times when you got a plan B and a plan C, you're not working as hard on plan A. Because you're worrying about plan B.
Because you're expecting it to fail. So, yeah.
And for him to, east side of Braden, you know, the Bowden family, I know all the Bowdens. Robert, Mr. Wayman Bowden, Wayman Jr., Mike, I know all of them. But just for a kid to grow up on the east side of Brady, for him to realize that football wasn't going to be the thing for him. And he grew up in a football family. For him to even realize that as a young age, the blessing was already starting. Because sometime coming up on the east side of Bradenton, coming up in the hood, football is already embedded in us.
Right.
You know, and sometimes a kid can be small and he don't even realize he's small. He still think he got a big chance of making it. You know, and we're not going to tell him he's not going to make it. We're not going to try to kill his dream. But he realized on his own, hey, man, I'm small, man. I got to figure out something other than football. And that was big right there. His blessing was starting then.
That's true.
And for him to come from that to be at the Pentagon and see Barack Obama, Michelle, all of them walking by, east side of Braden, boy ain't throwing no football real, shot no basketball or nothing. Rick, boy, that's big, though, boy.
That's huge.
That's big, man. That's what. So we gonna celebrate Rick, man. That's what we doing right now. We celebrate you, man. And look, man, thanks for your service too.
Yes.
You know, we appreciate that, man. Good gracious, boy.
And the thing about it also, you know, I mean, you're doing something, like a lot of people can be a photographer, right? Go out and take pictures. But to be at that level, like you got to have a certain clearance to be in a certain spot and take pictures of those type of people, man. Like, how does that make you feel? Like, how did you feel about just knowing that your photos is spread across the country?
I mean, it feels great. I mean, now at where I'm at sitting here today, it's just commonplace because it's been done. If you Google my name, all my stuff you're gonna see everything pop up, and it's just so cool because of all the work that I put in. You know, when I first got to Fort Bragg, so just to see that, it's still cool today. It's never not gonna be cool. It's still cool to see your name and your images like different places. Like I had one of my photos was in Newsweek. I was at the Redskins.
Okay.
I was an intern, so sometimes you get what kind of jobs interns get. Yeah. So he was like, "Hey, I need you to go to the top of the stadium. These jets gonna fly over, and I need you to take a photo of that." So I went up there and did it, and that picture ended up in Newsweek.
Wow.
What? Yep.
Wow.
Rick, awesome. You know, he gave me Rick gave me a picture of Ezekiel Elliott.
Oh yeah.
I'm to my boy, Rick right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he actually, that's funny because it was on TV too. Like he broke out, it was a long run, and he ran right towards me, right towards my camera. He was like right here. He was that close.
Wow. I'm to my boy, the picture's sweet. I said, boy, but you know what, Rick? when we think about taking pictures, I didn't know it was a technique to picture. I thought you just take the picture, man. How y'all... What's going on with that?
Well, there's a technique.
We have Polaroid cameras.
Yeah,
back
yeah,
then.
yeah.
Just take a picture and the picture come out.
Yeah, well, I mean, Polaroid pictures are what we would call today as auto. So
Yeah.
it did everything for you. So based on what the light it was giving, and what Polaroids was terrible, by the way.
Yeah.
But it did the best it could with the available
Yeah.
light. Now, when you learn how to really take photos and you learn how to really use your camera, you use it on manual. So you set everything. You set up how the light's gonna be. You set up everything. Like for instance, when I took that photo, and you said, "Man, it looked like Jurassic Park."
Yeah.
I did that on purpose. So I opened up my aperture so it can blur out the background, and you were closer to me, so it's going to get you in focus and it's going to blur that out. Now, if I'd have moved my focus point a bit to the side, it would have had the wall in focus and you would have been blurred out. But it's just certain things that are intentional. Like I know what I'm doing when I'm going into a shot. I'm not, just putting it on auto and hoping I get something good. Like I know what I'm doing. I understand light. Light is a big thing too. Knowing how to use your light. Even your available light, as well as strobes, which is what I use, the big flashes and stuff. So we were taught all that. I was taught all that in the military. We had a section where they took us in the studio and they taught us how to do all that stuff. So I learned all the basics and all the bases. Now, I was also one of those people who
I'm gonna take it further.
I'm gonna take it further.
Yeah.
When I'm not there, I'm on YouTube. I'm trying things. I invested in a light set and everything, so I can learn on my own how to do different techniques. I would look at different things and find, man, I wonder how they did that. So I'll look at the light. I'll say, okay, they got this light over here. They got, okay, let me try it. So I did a lot of stuff on my own versus just, going by what I was taught. Now, it was a great foundation, but I tell people self-education is better than any education you can get, because you go and learn how to do that stuff and then you put it into practice. It's a different ball game. But there is definitely a technique to photos. I know you got a lot of people popping up saying they're photographers, but there's a technique. Yeah, and sometimes you get what you pay for in that aspect, because some people, they hope they get, but when I'm coming, I know what I'm gonna get. So that's
what I was about to say.
So those people just take pictures.
Yeah, they just taking pictures.
That's right. Just about to say that, because we can clearly and really sit here and say we sitting in this on our podcast with a professional photographer.
Professional.
I'm talking professional, man.
Yeah.
I ain't got nothing against the people who just taking pictures,
Yeah.
because in my eyes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
But just sitting here listening to Rick, man, Rick is a professional.
Yeah.
Professional photographer, man.
Well, for your work to be spread out and and you being requested, you know what I'm saying, to do certain things. Come on, man, you requested to come to the White House, man.
That's what I'm saying. This man at the White House.
Come on, I don't know how big you can get. Now, I just don't know, but that's pretty big to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's huge.
Right. East Braden, baby. Southeast High School, baby.
But you know what?
But we don't just play football real. I keep telling y'all that.
But you know what? So when you got into your internship with the Washington Redskins and stuff like that, it kind of brought you back to the family, right?
Full circle.
The full circle of sports, right? And we always say it's different ways to get into it, right?
Yep.
So I can only imagine the combination of your profession and what you grew up loving and being able to put those things together.
Yep.
Like, how much do you really enjoy going to a game and shooting?
I enjoy it. I mean, it don't feel like work. I mean, I got the best seat in the house. I'm right there on the sideline. But the thing about it is you still can't enjoy the game the same as if you was watching it on TV or if you was just as a fan, because you're there to work and there's certain shots you got to get. So you got to really be paying attention to what's really going on out there. But I didn't really think about it like that until you just said it, that how it came around, because I love sports. So I'm still involved in it. And I've always been creative like this. Even when we were young, I know y'all remember when we used to play the neighborhood football.
Yeah.
Man, we used to have full tournaments, Kingston versus Avondale and Kingston versus Mixon and Citrus Meadows. And we was little kids putting together tournaments with brackets and all that as little kids. And I used to get everybody white T-shirt and draw some numbers on it. We had our jerseys. I used to do. Anybody that know me that grew up with me in Kingston, they'll tell you that they're not surprised that I'm doing what I'm doing, because they said I've always been like that. It's the way I've always been. Just the creative side has just always been there. So I loved it, man. I loved the creative part, the uniforms and all that kind of stuff. Like I loved all that. So that's always been who I was. But like I said, I didn't think about it until you just said it. Yeah. But it all came back around. It came around. So now, I'm doing sports. I shoot sports. It's crazy. It's crazy how things come together. But that's how you know that you made the right decision.
Yeah.
Because everything you know, where there's vision, there's provision, and it has been made for me. Everywhere I've gone, it's been success. And I know that, you know, I'm glad I listened to the voice of God, because that's what it was, to tell me, hey, you need to pivot, because this ain't going to be what I have for you to do. I got something else for you to do. So,
And that's big, man, because, you know, we know it's a lot of kids, a lot of people that have certain talents, but a lot of them don't utilize it for some odd reason.
Yeah.
You know, and for him, Rick had that talent, like you said, when he was young, but he stayed with it. He utilized it. He didn't veer off. A lot of people veer off away from their talent. You know, we'll see, man, but that boy got talent. Oh, that girl got talent. But now she want to do this or he want to do that.
Right.
Rick stayed with his,
Yeah.
and look what happened. Because the blessing's already there. We all blessed. But sometimes we don't want to utilize our blessing.
right.
We want to utilize other people telling us what we need to be doing instead of listening to what God say you're supposed to do. So, man, that's big, Rick, boy. Like I say, boy, I'm glad you in here with us, boy. I feel good. I mean, boy, I know a professional photographer, Rick.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
I mean, that boy can make me look better than what I look like, real.
Oh, yeah, you got that. That's
Boy,
for some people, that's hard to do, though, Green. You pretty good, though.
But, hey, he big time, man. hey,
He can do some settings in
boy,
advance.
hey, boy.
Make anybody look good. You know
Boy,
what I'm saying?
hey, 'cause look at Facebook.
Yeah.
You see men and women, you know, be taking these pictures on Facebook, and some of these pictures be making these people look way better than what they really.
Yeah.
And then when you see him in person, you don't even recognize
Boy,
him.
woo.
Right.
Yeah.
They like,
So they love Rick, boy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I ain't doing all that. Yeah, how you
Well,
look is how you
Rick,
look.
you can make a 2 into a 5.
I think I can. A 2 to a 5 ain't hard. That won't be too hard. I don't think I can go no further though.
But them 2 love him, boy.
So Rick, man, just speaking of sports, you also, man, you know, you have a love for your community, right? When I say your community, you know, us.
Yeah.
You
Yes,
know,
sir.
you created, or you have a website, the HBCUSportsWire.com. What is that?
Well, the HBCU Sports Wire is a wire service, just like Getty Images or the Associated Press. It's geared for people that cover HBCU sports. So where they can go to my site and they can get content for editorial use. So that's how it works. When you go on ESPN or whatever, you see the pictures they have behind them when they're talking about different people. They get that stuff off Getty Images. They pay for that. I mean, I'm talking about one picture is like $400. So everything you see on ESPN as far as graphics and all that, they've got that stuff from either Getty or Associated Press, or they have their own photographers. So I was trying to provide a lane for HBCUs to have something with quality content on it. Because when you look at HBCU stuff, they using pictures, old pictures, and
Yes, sir.
whatever. It ain't quality. So I wanted to bring the quality to HBCU, and I started the company, and when Dion came to the HBCU space in 2021, and we're still going. It's rough, as you know, working with us.
Yeah.
But we're still going strong, and just trying to continue as best I can. But it's costly. But I have a passion for our community, and I really want to see us have the same things that other communities have as it relates to my profession. So I started that, and also it allows me to give up and coming photographers around here opportunities to go shoot at big places. I sent a couple people to some games just to let them to see how it feels, to let them get there, let them be in a big environment. So for me, I didn't have nobody to do that for me. So I want to be able to do that for up-and-coming kids or adults that want to shoot sports and that's serious about it. I have an avenue where I can send them to somewhere and cover some games and teach them how to do that and teach them how they can, really have this as a career versus just doing something on the side. So that's what I do. So I send them to different games. I go to games. I was literally I got people in like 3 or 4 other states that shoot for me. So we cover, I got my guys up north. I got my guys out in Texas, some guys in Georgia. So that's basically what it was, the HBCU Sports Wire. So I had an idea to do that.
Man, that's
big.
That's pretty awesome, man. And for, so now I'm thinking, right, with Getty, right, and how they use that, and and you want to give that space to HBCUs, right? And also give that space to upcoming people for you to mentor them. That's very commendable, bro. To just be able to think about your people and giving them space that they can be exposed to and bringing light to HBCUs. We had a guest on here at one point say he encouraged all young black men and females to attend a HBCU, even if it's for your undergrad. Just to have that experience. You can go somewhere after that, but you just need to have that experience. What do you feel about that?
I would say the same thing. If you have an opportunity to go to one, it's like no other. The environment, the atmosphere. Now there's some things infrastructure wise that, of course, that need to be changed. A lot of things that need to be improved upon. But I think we're so hard on each other. Like we're the hardest on each other. And the first thing we do, I went to that school and that stuff was tore down.
Right.
But I use this analogy all the time. We can go to a black restaurant. Man, I had that food, man. It was cold, man. I ain't never going there again, and we done. McDonald's have your fries cold
Come on now.
every time you go there, and you keep going back.
That's it.
So that's a mindset. That's a mindset
Definitely.
shift. So we got to stop being so hard on each other. Now we'll if you want HBCUs to be better, go to one.
Yeah.
Because if all the talent went to one, then it'll be a different ball game.
Yeah.
But we don't see it as valuable. We see, the other ice is colder than the HBCU. So I would encourage anybody to go if they can. Again, it's not going to be peaches and cream.
No.
But I still think there's valuable experience and valuable lessons that you can learn by going there and seeing other people with the same goals and trying to achieve the same things that look just like you trying to do it. I would never say that not to try it. But that was one of the reasons why I really wanted to do it, because I was like, man, I can go shoot for anybody, but shoot, I'm going to do this. I want to do this. I want to show we can do it on this end. Like I said, it's a hard road. It's a hard road to climb because it's kind of cliquish. Right. Like if they don't know you, they don't really mess with you like that. So you have to kind of get yourself in there. But again, we have to be willing to make those sacrifices and willing to be like, you know what, I ain't finna do that, man. They don't want me. I'm going other. We got to be willing to go through that. That's the only way we're gonna get better. We got to be willing to go through because we've been through so much as a community, and we have so many different triggers. So that's not an excuse, but at the same time, we got to give each other more grace than what we do.
Oh, absolutely.
In them HBCUs too, man. Because I went, Edward Waters College, but us black folks, we are worst critics.
Yes,
Correct.
So going to a HBCU, you're gonna get mentally strong.
Yeah.
Because once you put your idea out there, that's something that you want to do, it's gonna be somebody saying, "Man, that stuff ain't gonna work." Because HBCU is it's soul. You can really feel the soul in it because coming from black household, you already grew up black. You already hearing that this might not work, and then when you go to a HBCU, you hear the same stuff. They want you to be educated, but it's gonna always be somebody saying, "Hey, man, but that ain't gonna work, man."
But you had that in the neighborhood. You had somebody in the neighborhood like
Right.
that. They always was negative, man. You sorry, man. You ain't gonna do nothing. You always had that. So that
And
you should be prepared.
And it teach you the ways of life. Everything ain't gonna be peaches and cream.
Right.
If you grew up with roaches, you might see a roach at the HBCU.
Yeah.
So don't go to the HBCU and say, "Dang, they go a roach." Man, you grew up with them.
You gonna see one. Ain't no Mike. You gonna
Don't
see
go
one.
to HBCU and say, "Dang, my bed broke." Your bed was broke at the crib.
Right.
Yeah.
Sleeping on the floor.
Yeah. Now you coming to HBCU, you want to see better, but you grew up like that. So just make better for where you at. And sometimes the grass don't be green at them.
PWIs.
What they call it now?
PWIs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What PWI mean?
Predominantly white
White
institution.
institution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Sometimes the grass don't be green over there now just because it look good now.
Yeah.
They be painted.
Hey, all right now.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? It just, I always say this when we talk about HBCUs. Everybody that I know that have attended HBCU has walked out with a certain amount of pride
Correct.
about their
I was gonna say
own
that.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And it's
true.
always amazing. I guess I went to that PWI,
Yeah.
so I
You
didn't.
did.
I didn't. I didn't. I didn't have the opportunity to experience that, but I do wish I would have had the opportunity to experience. So when I guess said that, I was like, you know what, you know, if my kids went to HBCU to do whatever, I think I'll be a proud father because I know they're getting an experience that I didn't have.
Right.
Right.
And just knowing what people say and that have went through that and walked that life, it just seems as if I'm missing something.
Yeah, HBCUs seem to be more community and
Yeah.
more family, and they look out for each other. Like you said, it goes beyond graduation. Once you make that relationship and that connection, you're kind of connected for life. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
sometimes
PWIs need to realize that we're the engine that make them run.
absolutely.
Because if it wasn't for us,
But
they
you know
won't
what?
be running.
But sometimes we make a HBCU sound like that's a bad place
We
to
do.
go.
Like it's
You
the
know what I'm
project.
saying?
Like it's the project.
Yeah. You know, like if you get 4 kids in here, right, that play sports, and 3 of the kids might say, one might say, I'm going to Florida State. Others say, I'm going to Florida. Others say, I'm going to Miami. Others say, I'm going to FAMU. They're going to say, boy, you go to FAMU, boy, you ain't going, man, you ain't.
But
you ain't
that's
gonna-
because that's what's put
you know?
out there, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, at the end of the day, the PWIs have always been superior.
yeah.
I mean, that's just like the world we live in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get that, but at the end of the day, you're getting your education, and again, the people that look like you gonna look out for you.
Yeah.
You know, so I
Yeah.
think that's the difference, and people got to realize that. Like you
Yeah.
said, if we stop going to those institutions,
But they
Yeah.
don't have. And you got to think about it. I think Dion, he displayed, for the short time he was there, a great example of they going to come where you at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was on college game day. They was in Jackson.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah.
You know, they was showing his score every week when they showed HBCU
right?
scores.
That's what I'm saying,
That's
boy.
So
true.
he showed you that it ain't really about where you at. It's who y'all and what
Yeah,
you do
there
with
you
what
go.
you got.
There
Yeah.
you go.
So it can be done.
It can be done.
But
now.
again, it's just it's mindset,
It's a
and
mindset.
it has to be taught.
And look at Travis Hunter, #1 recruit in the country.
Yeah.
He chose
Jackson
Jackson State. Say that's the first time in the history of what?
Ever.
Of sports that
Yeah.
the #1 recruit chose the HBCU.
Yeah.
And if he'd have stayed at Jackson State, he still was gonna go to the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He doing the same thing he was doing at Jackson State at Colorado. And people were saying, oh, he only doing that because he had the HBCU. Now he doing the same thing. Now what?
Shoot, look like he
like
doing
Rick
it. He
said.
doing it worse. Look like to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all
go
kids,
for it.
man, hey, there's nothing wrong with going to HBCU.
Nothing.
There's nothing wrong with it. We ain't saying, hey, if you got a chance to go to Alabama and Florida, Miami, yeah, do it. But there's nothing wrong with going to HBCU. Now, if you got it, you got it.
Well, you know what? That brings us to our next segment. Desiree.
Oh, you got me.
All right.
Oh, yeah. All right. So, Ricky, this segment is our Truth and Share. So it's our version of Truth and Dare. The 3 of us will ask you a question, and we just ask that you answer it as truthful as possible.
Oh, okay.
All right. Green, you want to kick it off today?
You know, I kick it off, man. But you know, mine's be fun though, man. Mine be fun, man. But listen, I'm gonna give you 3 events. I want you to tell me which one you wouldn't mind using your professionalism, taking photos. Which one you wouldn't mind just going just to be there, and which one you wouldn't mind just I don't know, just to have first class service. All right, you got the Super Bowl.
Oh, I got to shoot that. I got to shoot it.
He ain't even
That's
gotta hear
on my
nothing
list.
else.
That's on my list.
You don't even need to hear
That's
nothing
on my
else.
list.
NBA Finals.
Wait, you got
Oh, yeah.
real,
You
real.
gotta hear 'em all.
Hey,
Oh,
he
go ahead,
already
go
answered.
ahead,
He
go
like, man.
Yeah.
Then you got the World Series. Which one you wouldn't mind shooting photos? Which one you wouldn't mind just being there? And which one of them you wouldn't mind just getting first class service?
I definitely got to shoot the Super Bowl. I would love to just go to the World Series and then I'll first class service at the NBA Finals.
Okay, there you go.
But I would love to shoot all 3 of them.
But Super Bowl, you want to be there.
Oh yeah, I got to shoot it. That's on my list. That and the Olympics. Those are 2 on my list.
Okay.
Reggie,
That's on me?
it's on you.
All right, Mr. Ricky. You know, Green kind of always give you that. You know,
Yeah.
Desiree always kind of give you some education.
Okay, let me go to mine then.
Oh,
Because he gonna go somewhere.
Yes, sir.
No, so my question is, do you have a favorite style of shooting? Like, is there any one thing you prefer shooting over the other?
Yeah, sports.
Sports, absolutely.
sports. I figured that
Yeah.
would probably be
Yeah.
the one.
Yeah.
I can do everything, but sports is what I prefer.
Okay. All right. Okay.
That's a good one, that Disney.
All right. My turn. All right, Ricky. Like I said, Green gonna give you that. Dad's gonna give you that.
And he gonna give you
I'm just gonna try to
this.
throw a curveball.
Oh,
in there.
Lord,
You know
boy.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
Well,
Lord.
Ricky, if you had the opportunity, when you had a nice opportunity to take a photo shoot of, who would be that person that you know? Let me take this photo shoot of this person,
I would say Dion.
Dion.
That's my favorite athlete of.
Deion Sanders,
since
yes,
I can
sir.
remember. Yeah, every team he was on, that was my team. Whatever
Right.
one he was on. And crazy part, I have taken pictures of him. You know, of course, at Jackson State and at Colorado.
Okay.
So, but a portrait session, I would love. That would be cool. That
That'd
would
be
be
cool
cool.
to do.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
because
though.
I'll be picking.
Dion?
Because I'll be picking his brain the whole time. Because the guy has something that most people don't have. He whatever he touches turns into gold. As you
Yeah,
can see,
man.
wherever he goes, is success. And he does it by being himself. He never changes. He's
Never
who he
changing,
is.
man.
And that's the thing. That's the one thing that I admire a lot about him is that he's been that same Joker back since he was at the Falcons.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's grown up a little bit in some other areas, but what I'm saying is that he's been authentically him, and he's been successful at it. I mean, because what black dude you know who was real
Boy.
black can go in white Colorado,
Right.
I'm trying to.
and he went in one of them restaurants when he first got there. He said, "Y'all ain't got no grits." He's like, all right, I ain't coming back here.
Yeah.
He went back.
They went ahead
They
and
had
got
grits.
grits.
That's what, man. But Dion,
He made them
man,
cook grits in Colorado.
I'm talking about.
That's wild.
Listen, when you look at Colorado, I'm talking about just look at it.
Yeah.
You would think it's an HBCU now if you ain't know no better.
Right.
Yeah.
You feel me?
You don't turn the black enrollment has increased since he's been
Increased,
there.
of course.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Man, hey, I don't think people realize what Dion is doing.
I do.
You know, he just got the gift of gab, man. He got it, and he's bigger than a celebrity. You know, he's like I don't know, man. It's like Rick said, whatever he touched, man, just like
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah.
He taking his greatness from the field, from what we know of him, and using that same greatness into coaching, and got the kids feeling like they great.
Yeah. Well, I think that's his main attribute is he's a leader of men, and he knows how to navigate people. Different personalities. Everything. He knows how to navigate people, and he's superior. He has a really high ability to navigate people.
Yes, sir, boy.
And that's one of the things because he can go in grandmama house, and then he can go sit in a board meeting. He
Yeah.
can do both.
And blend right in,
And
boy.
blend right in.
And talk with the best.
Because if
of
he
them.
come to grandma's house, you going where he
boy,
at.
boy.
Yeah.
Because he gonna get grandma. Because grandma gonna know prime time. She might have a Atlanta Falcon jersey on. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just that's one of the. As a matter of fact, he don't even go to recruits with visits. See, they come to him. So
Boy, Dion said one day on TV, he said, man, y'all can hate me, but don't hate the kids.
yeah, they ain't do it.
Yeah.
Kids ain't did nothing to you. Put all the hate on me, man.
Yeah.
Because, when you're great, hate come with greatness.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
welcome.
You know?
Well, just speaking of great, you know what I'm saying? We got to go to our great shout outs.
Yes, sir, baby.
So let's go ahead. Desiree, you want to go ahead and give us a shout out?
Nope. No, I'm just playing. No, Ricky, thank you for coming. Appreciate it. Look, you probably gonna do it, but I'm gonna shout out my girl Harmony. Harmony. Oh yeah, y'all ain't asked about I'm the yellow. His baby's a cheerleader and she run track and stuff. She
Oh, okay.
at the high.
Okay.
At Southeast?
Yeah.
But look here, boy.
Well,
We
she
doing
going.
it, boy.
Her last name Bowden. She can't go
Bowden,
nowhere
she
else.
can't-
Okay.
Boy, hey, boy.
Okay.
But no,
Southeast in
I'm
the
good
house.
on my shout outs. Shout out to everybody. Life is good. 'Tis the season.
All right.
Tis the season to
Green,
be
you got a shout out, baby?
La 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 la.
Man, look, man. Shout out, man, to my boy Rick and to the whole Bowden family, because I know all of them. you know, from the Rogers Projects to now. His dad still come by the shop, get his hair cut. I still don't know how his dad got a full head of hair, man, at his age. Good hair. This man come in the shop, head full of hair, AT, cut it down a little bit. He got options, man. At his age, man. I'm 54. I ain't got no options. You know, man, just want to get a shout out to the Bowden family, man. Rick, man, I appreciate you, Rick, man. And glad for you to even be a part of us a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, and man, we got somebody professional on our podcast right now, real. And he don't play no basketball.
Yeah.
He don't play no football.
Yeah.
This boy take pictures, man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So I'm gonna
He
give him a
do
shout
what?
out. Huh?
He do what?
He take them pictures.
He's a photographer.
Oh, he's a professional. Hey, he a professional picture taker. Yeah, so shout out to Rick, man.
All right. Hey, I want to give a shout out just to all those folks, man, that, you know, Thanksgiving and stuff like that and Christmas and everybody that's out there just volunteering. Because a lot of times there's moments in life where people are not in the best spaces. And like I said at the beginning of the show, this is just that season when people start kind of feeling it.
Right.
And you see people out and about doing certain things, turkey giveaways, toy drives, and all that. Just a big shout out to all those organizations that are taking part in doing something special for families that may be of need. So shout out to them. And also, Rick, man, I'm going to give you a huge shout out as well because, like I said before, when we were first getting started, you came in and gave us a starting block to get started. And without you being there to kind of show us kind of how we need to do this thing, you know, that played a huge effect on where we are today. So so thank you for everything that you've done for us and things that you're doing for everybody else.
Yes, sir.
Rick, got a shout out?
Yeah, I want to shout out, of course, my wife and my two kids, Dorian and Harmony. But I want to also shout out the person that brought me here, and that's my dad. You know, we don't talk about dads enough in our community. And I had a strong one. You know, he was a disciplinarian. He didn't play the radio. He might not have came and been lovey-dovey, but he went to work, made sure we had what we needed, and his sternness I attribute to where I am today because I had accountability and I couldn't just go and do anything. So I shout out him for the way that he raised me, and the way that who I am today is because he set that foundation as a man, and he gave us boundaries, which kept me out of trouble that I could have gotten into. Right. Even when him and my mom split up, that voice was still there. Because he'll still call and say, I still drive over there now.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I thank him for that, and he's up in age now. He's I think he's 75 or 76, but he's still moving around great for his age. But I want to really give him his flowers because we need to give our dads flowers because whether it was what you thought it should be or not, if it wasn't for the way they did things, you wouldn't be who you are. So I want to give him a shout out for sure.
Yeah, awesome. Appreciate that for you. Yes, sir.
And also, man, shout out to your company. The name of your photography company is?
Oh, yeah. So Prime Sports Visuals, we do youth photography. We do youth sports action. So if you want your son or daughter or whatever, if you want sports action photography of your child that's going to be NFL quality, Sports Illustrated quality, we do that in addition to the HBC Sports Wire for editorial purposes. So that's kind of what I do. And I do other things, the headshots and things of that nature. So anything photography and video related, there's nothing that I really can't do. I've done everything. So it just depends on your needs. So I appreciate y'all for letting me highlight it. But
yes, sir.
That's what I do.
You do a good job too, real. That doggone Southeast football
Calendar?
Calendar, that schedule.
Oh yeah. I think fire.
Boy, that boy got number 7 looking like, boy, he ready for the NFL, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's
Sweet,
Mr. Low
boy.
Man.
Yeah, that's low.
Yeah, baby. So once again, Rick, I don't know if you know about this, but we got something going on in Feb.
Boy, hey, man. February 15, 2025, to R&B and Me Fest at 13th Ave Dream Center, man. Listen, I know it's called 13th Ave. They call it 13th Ave because it used to be on 13th Avenue back in the days. But it's is on 9th Avenue. Martin Luther King. They just kept 13th Ave the name because it's legendary.
Right.
Yeah.
So y'all come down, man. Y'all enjoy, man. We're going to have a good time, man. R&B music. I wish I can sing one on right now, real, but I ain't trying to lose my audience
Yeah.
if I go to singing right now, man. But yeah, y'all come out and enjoy yourself, man. 2025, February 15th, the R&B and Me Fest at the Dream Center. 13th Ave, 9th Avenue East.
It's gonna be a night to
Boy, we
remember. It's
hanging
gonna be
out.
special.
Boy,
It's
we
gonna be
hanging
special.
out.
Hanging out.
Rick, I
for
hope
sure.
you could join us during that time.
Yeah, I plan
man.
on it. I know my wife
Yeah.
probably gonna want to go.
It's
So.
We
gonna
hanging,
be
man. We
special.
hanging, baby.
All right, well, I guess, man, just make sure, hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe to the channel before you leave, and catch us on the next episode. I guess from my boy, the God Barber, and my girl Desiree, Real Deal, and also our special guest tonight, Mr. Rick Bowden. We out.
We
Yeah.
out.
Truth, really, that's all we know. Keep it real and authentic. This truth be told, only the truth. Tune in, cause you gotta watch. It's like you with us while we kick it in the barbershop. Here to motivate and inspire. Hosted by the Real Deal and the God Barber. I hope that you ready. Keep it funny and edgy. Let's go. You already know.